I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me, 'cause we were just kids when we fell in love.
So I can remember Jen back when I was in 5th grade in Canal, Winchester. I just remember passing her in the halls, and we were just children, you know, and kids are cruel, and we were in 2 totally separate groups of people. We made fun of each other quite often, from what I remember. We didn't really get along that well. It was really in high school that I became close with her.
We weren't really too fond of each other to begin with, but towards our sophomore year, we had the same group of friends, and we'd go and hang out after school. And I was already dating somebody else at the time, so I found out later on that Chris was asking our group of friends, "Do you think Jen's pretty? I think she's pretty." Everybody could see that he really liked me, but I was blind to it all.
Finally, I had found out that she was actually single, and I decided that I was gonna take my opportunity and just go for it. I would skip first period our senior year to go visit her in her first period course, which was ag. One night, I think it was a Friday, I was over at her parents' house and in the living room, and just asked her, like, you know, like, what do you think of us? Where can this go? Because I want it to be more than what it is now.
I didn't realize it until the night he came over to my house and asked me, you know, what I think about us.
I remember her being surprised, and she was all for it. She said absolutely, and I couldn't be happier.
Our first kiss was actually that night that he had asked me out. He was getting ready to leave, and he turned around and said, "Can I have a kiss before I go?" And I said yes.
I just really enjoyed her company. She was very shy, but I saw a different side to her because she was a lot more open with me, I felt like.
His grandpa had recently passed away, and my aunt had passed away a few months earlier, and we kind of helped each other get through that.
And we really became close after those experiences, and it made us just be a lot closer.
He said, I think I'm in love, and I said I am too.
I knew that I wanted to marry Jen right after I'd started a new job with the Columbus Library. She had helped me so much and was such a support system for me through school because I was very stressed. We had talked a little bit about what the design of ring that she would like. I finally just went out, and the day that I was in the shop getting ready to pick up the ring, I called my mom because I was just like, I'm freaking out. I can't do it. Like, what is it? And sorry, Mom, but she gave me the good kick in the ass that I needed while we were on the phone, just saying, you know, what do you want with your relationship with Jen? And I said, of course, I want to marry her. And she was like, well, you're standing there, just do it. Me being the impatient person that I am, I had thought about doing some big dramatic proposal, but I decided to keep it very simple. I took our 2 dogs, Ozzy and Raina. I had a little chalkboard. I already put Mom said yes on it, had a picture planned for it and everything. I just went up to her, I think it was 3 days before our birthdays, and I just went up to her and I was just like, Ozzy wants to know if you can give Dad the #1 present that he could ever ask for, and that's when I got on one knee and proposed to her right there in our house.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Jen, it has been 8 amazing years. You and I in our relationship have evolved so much these past 8 years. We have both gone from being teenagers who did not know exactly what they wanted out of life and who were just looking for a good time, to adults who are both college graduates, who motivate each other to do their absolute best and whose careers have both just begun. These 8 years have been some of the best and some of the hardest, but you and I have pushed and pulled each other to this moment. I'm so excited to where the future will lead, but there is only one thing I want in that future, and that is for you to be always by my side. Jen, in these upcoming years, months, days, hours, and even seconds, I promise you will never forget how much I love you and adore you. I also promise that I will be the solid foundation of support through the hardest of times that will never let you fall. But most importantly, you will always be my #1 priority. For 8 years now, you've been my best friend, and starting today, for the rest of our lives, you will be my wife, and I will be your loving, adoring husband who will always put you on the highest of pedestals, make you feel special, and will strive to be the absolute very best man I can be. I never knew that skipping first period in high school every day our senior year would be so worth it. I love you.
Chris, from the day you asked me to be your girlfriend, to the day you asked me to be your wife, I can't help but to think how lucky I am to have you as my first and my last love. We've had our share of ups and downs in the past 8 years, but our love has made us even stronger throughout it all. As I stand before you today, I know with my whole heart that we'll have a beautiful future together as husband and wife. I love you so much.
Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh, oh yeah, how sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Hello, everyone. I hope you guys have been having a great time here to celebrate these two lovely people. Now, I want to take some time to just really reflect on the fact that these guys have been together for 8 years. Okay, we were in high school. If you've ever met a high schooler, this is wild. Alright? I want to take some time using this reflection to really think about the milestones that actually Chris and Jen have missed. They've been really privileged in that they've gotten to avoid the quagmire that is modern dating. So, for our sake, for their sake, I want to get them up to speed on what they should have been expecting. Alright? Now, this is not an all-inclusive list. This includes but is not limited to accidentally liking a picture too far back on Instagram. Finally getting them to following back. Making sure that special someone has seen your Snapchat story. Managing to gracefully slide into someone's DMs. Finding the precise text to emoji ratio that constitutes an appropriately flirtatious text message. Deleting Tinder. And finally, most importantly, getting together and sharing their Netflix login. Now, they've missed these they've missed these milestones. But somehow, Chris and Jen, I think you guys are going to be okay. And I think you're going to be okay because over time, over these 8 years, you guys have modeled for us exactly what it is that a mature, strong, and loving relationship looks like. You guys have modeled how to add love to steady friendship, and you've demonstrated everyday capacity to learn and grow with each other. So, I can sincerely say I am honored to have been witness to your love. I'm honored that I'm going to get the opportunity to continue to watch you guys grow together, and I'm honored that I've gotten the chance to stand by the both of you today. So, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Hip.
Hello all. I just want to take the time to actually thank the parents of the newlyweds, as I'm sure without them this wonderful ceremony would not have been possible. I hope you're all having a nice time. I know I am. But I want to take a moment to celebrate and talk about 2 of my closest friends, the people we're here to celebrate, Chris and Jen. It took me a long time to start writing this speech, and I have to be honest, it's because at first I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what I could say about Chris and Jen's love that they haven't shown us in the past 8 years. And what's even crazier is that I've known both of them for longer than that. I've known them both since before they started dating. In the past 10 years, I've gotten to see the start, the growth, and now the ritual union of the relationship. In those same 10 years, I've seen countless relationships spark and then flame out. But not with them. With them, they lit a flame, and I saw them tend to it, and admittedly sometimes that flame was only bright enough for them to make their way. But with love and growth, it illuminates everyone who takes the time to bask in it. I'm eternally grateful to the circumstances of the universe that I got to meet these two and become their friends. I hope you don't think I'm being hyperbolic when I say that you guys are an inspiration. You inspire me to love more selflessly. I'm sorry. And in the end, I wish you both nothing but the best, because by doing nothing more than growing together and loving selflessly, which in the end is no small feat, you inspire the people around you and give them joy and hope. So, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Hip.
I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh, oh yeah, how sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was such a bore. Everywhere I went, you know I've been there before. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved. We'll have no ending if we can hold on. I think I've come this far because of you. Could be no other love but ours will do. You were my one more chance. I never thought I'd find. You were the one romance I've always known in my mind. No one could ever touch me more. I only hope that in return I might have saved the best of me for you. By you, how sweet it is to be loved by you. I mean, it's like California, don't you know, to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved